Alright, it is time for day 5 of the BL2 Wonderlands mod. So today we are opening up our UVHM playthrough, which usually it consists of us just rushing the entire story in one day. But first I do want to go to Tina DLC and get a grog, because I would really like to run Lady Fist for some shenanigans today, just to see how we can do on high crit damage and running critical ascension as a build. We are, of course, abiding by the logic of the mod wanting us to spec out our right tree instead of going to our other two trees, even though we could because it is bugged. We will eventually just full spec out to the trees and ignore the fact that it's a bug, just because I think it would be kind of funny to do. But currently, more gun damage, more movement speed is the plan. Maybe a bit of mag size or something if we have the extra capacity for it. But that's really about it, so grog for now. At least the intro of this DLC is pretty chill for the most part. Random volcano because of BL2 fix. But yeah, we'll mostly be fine running through this DLC. I know that we're effectively going to clear about half of it, which means that later when I go to finish all my DLCs, I just won't have this one to really, do. But that's totally fine by me. Just saves us time later. We will probably be farming out bada booms pretty soon as well. Thanks to BL2 fix, if you clear a couple of your story progressions and then go backwards to normal mode, it does make the normal mode bada drop more frequently. So it can save a lot of time on farming out a rocket jumper, which is a really nice quality of life for that, because you don't need it for damage, so it's not necessarily OP that you can get one so easily. It just saves so much time. You want so many specific parts, you want a matching grip, you want a certain exhaust, you want quick drawler. Literally everything that can roll, you want to roll. So having it drop more frequently and potentially drop up to 3 of them at a time is just really, really nice. No B shield. I'm not actually farming for one, but it would be kind of funny. Not quite. I still wish that they would have made a way for you to equip a legendary comm, or have fixed it to where it does something. It looks like there is a 0 class mod in the code for the mod, but it also said something about it being incomplete. So there is a chance that they are planning or had planned on making legendary comms still work, but that they might have just given up on it. Or maybe they're just accidentally broken for right now. I'm not really sure. Right. Ghost Kings with a Lady Fist and a Herald has to go well, right? Yeah. This is not a surprise. Alright, cool. Now we have grog. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop back down to normal mode though, and get our bada boom farm going, since BL2 fix will help us out a lot. So yeah, let's get about that. Alright, no 9 mag. They're going to be similar projectile speeds. That could be good for that. And we do get bonus swap speed from the mod, so this could work. Single shot gets through our shield though, and yeah, we're pretty much gonna die. So we do need to go ahead and get a new sham whenever we get there. But we can do short hops for now. Yeah, since we can pretty much just stay here forever and just indefinitely farm infinite Batas, we're probably just gonna go ahead and create rocket jumping Batas instead. Okay. It does feel a little goofy, but we have them. I've gone with a banded exhaust because I do want more mag size to work with since we don't have a whole lot on our build. And it's just going to help us get through the game a little bit smoother. We kind of understand what the character is going to play like, so really just getting to a spot where we can test out builds with gear and stuff like that would be a little more interesting. Also, yeah, the name on them didn't fix itself. I'll have to change that. But beyond that, we're fine. I don't know if Grog and Ladyfist together is the funny idea that I think it is. I know that I want to stack up Critical Ascension for, like, the meme of it. But it's just kind of... might be a little bit awkward to pull off. Well, when it hits, it hits. I might honestly be better off playing keyboard and mouse with this playstyle. Oh, right. The mod does reduce the scaling from 1.15 to 1.09, I think. So it might take a while for us to actually get a shield that can tolerate our Batas. We'll have to see about that. Oh yeah, and the mod does make damage over time effects a little more useful in UVHM. So if we ever run any dot items, we would actually get better use out of them. And it also does make something like a Krieg Gauge hybrid more interesting as well. Because you could run the dot off of both of them, if they still have them. And then that could make for an interesting build. Or, honestly, a Krieg mixed with a Maya with Backdraft. That'd be kind of interesting. A little bit of Backdraft Maya on a Krieg. Something like that. And then if she still has life tap, you could get the lifesteal from that too. Just ideas for now. I don't have Gunzerk yet. I would totally go for the crits, but gotta make do. There we go. Yeah. Everything works fine. There he is. Yeah, I'm not gonna land crits on him, so I just swapped to Herald. It's not gonna happen, there's just no way. Oh yeah, and our melee is actually viable. Without any melee buffs on the character, that's how strong it is. I'd see why Killing Blow is only a 1-point skill now. That feels... alright. Well, interesting. Well, now I'm curious about a Krieg playthrough. Two best places to be with the Teeth of Terra. Really far away or really up close? That's like the two places you can actually get the sweet spot to connect properly. Oh hey, a leech. I don't really have a use for this on this build, but cool. And now that I think about it, there's no grenade damage buff over here in this tree. That's interesting. It's probably not an issue, but that's interesting. Bad Maw. I was gonna bait out a melee, but he staggered, so that works too. Ooh, is that the name of their hybrid? Okay. I haven't really, like, discussed it or talked about it too much, but I've noticed that, like, with Salvador, we have Gunzerker tree and Assassin tree, and then we have Kinsei. So I think that that's their amalgam name, sort of like how you would have, like, Guild Wars, where you can combine two classes and get a custom class name, which I guess Wonderlands probably also does. So Gauge plus 0 could be Mastermind, which sounds sick. I am totally down with that. Enforcer for Sal plus Gauge is cool. Or Alchemist. No, that's Alchemist with Maya. Okay, so Maya and Gauge is Alchemist. Trickster for... I don't even know. We'll find out. Mutant with Maya. That's funny. And then Sellsword, who knows? These are cool. I do like a lot of these names now that I look at them better. Wait, hold up. Gauge and 0 sounds fun. Honestly, 0, if you main class 0, he gets Unforeseen. So that on a Gauge could be funny, because Unforeseen is really strong, even in vanilla. And with the reduced scaling, it probably does even more damage in this mod. So it's an idea. Alright, if there were ever a boss to Lady Fist plus Grogon, it would have to be Warden, right? It's just a giant stationary crit spot. Yep, that checks out. Actually, I don't know how old the multi-class fusion name concept is, because I think my oldest knowledge of it would be Guild Wars. So if there are any games before that that had that, like, multi-class name, that'd be kind of cool, because I don't know. And Wilhelm, yeah. I don't know if it's the reduced scaling or the fact that I'm playing Salvador with stupid equipment, but I think we're gonna be okay. I really almost blew myself up again. Alright, we've got that respawn if we need it. Honestly, for Gluttonous Thresher, I might just drunk stack here. Although our Gunzerk's gonna be up in time. It's a really, really short cooldown. It almost feels like it shouldn't even have a cooldown, weirdly. It doesn't feel like I have to, like, attempt to sustain it or anything. I just kind of wait an awkward 15 seconds, and then we're good to go. And Bloodwing. Who'd have guessed? Yeah. Killing blow. And keep moving. We will probably do a melee build in whatever day we start doing Pirate DLC, so probably tomorrow, honestly. Because our melee is really nice, even not building it properly. And throw on Lady Fist. Hope that I can keep my shield up for a couple seconds. Honestly, hold on. Nice. The disrespect of immediately getting hit with the reflect shield. Gotta love it every time. There we go. I really wanted that, but they made it a little bit rough. Alright, there we go. Now, hopefully we don't have anything that'll break shield out. And we just kind of have to wait around for Gunzerg to come back. There we go. Yeah, 2 different crit types multiply each other. So we end up with like 3 times more crit on Lady Fist than normal. It's great. Worse absorb, slightly better capacity. Yeah, I'll take it. And the SMG. Honestly, you know what? Let's equip it. Oh, okay. So this is how they've balanced it. You only get the extra melee damage while it's in your main hand. That makes sense. So you cannot just dual wield 2 pokey sticks to get the benefit of both of them. You can only have one of them for benefit, which means that we just permanently offhand Grog because we'll get more crit and healing and slag out of it. And then that would just be our life. So that's rough, but it's fair. It checks out. Axton plus 0 equals Samurai? The Samurais could have had guns, so they were around during that time. And in other news, we're getting a melee weapon. Law only gives 30% melee while in main hand. Maybe the melee build will carry. We don't know. That feels really, really weak, though. Just gonna put it out there. And Order Shield. I'll re-roll this a couple times, probably to get a higher damage one. That's all Molly. Okay. Get on. Sure. Okay. Let the melee sow commence. Are you locked to Salar 0, or can you switch trees during the skill reset? I can switch out our secondary tree at any point if I want to. So I could totally just abandon the whole Sal 0 build, and we could go into Krieg or something like that instead. But I do want to try to keep it in line with one character set, or at least this run. Maybe after we hit like OP10 or whatever, we like branch out, test out a variety of them. But for now, I'm thinking just stick to what we have. Okay. You're gonna be my first test. I miss Fistful of Hurt so much. Okay. So, against the big boys, probably not our best option. Just gonna put it out there. But Killing Blow is pretty nice, though. Okay, sure. Okay, against the basic mobs we do fine. But yeah, we are definitely not a bosser with our melee damage. That's for sure. Don't worry about it. Oh. Hey. Cool. Okay. He died to the dot. I don't know. I think it feels kind of bad that I can't one-shot a couple of the basic ads. Of course, you shouldn't be able to one-shot all of them, but, like, if I can't even, like, dunk on these guys, then I'm never gonna have a chance against a boss, really. Outside of knocking them down to killing blow by playing Salvador, and then going for the melee. Tomorrow, before we enter Pirate DLC, we'll switch from Zero as our second skill to Krieg for a little bit. I do still want it to be mainly Sal Zero focused, but we're just going to open up that Pandora's box for a little bit just to see the chaos. Because why not? Multi-shot. Gotta do it every once in a while. And a hive. Well, now I definitely have to do it. Hive, go. Oh, the hive feels very strong. I totally will not abuse that. Alright, Jack. Become visible, please. Thank you. And for Warrior, we're just fine, actually. Cool. That was so not worth attempting to stack that for that long, but we did it. Cool. It also is tempting to take this against... I was gonna say it's tempting to take this against Terra, but I don't think it's as tempting as I'd want it to be. We're gonna try to walk up on Terra without any amount of re-gearing. Just drunk hive, shoot the man, deal damage, hopefully it works out kind of activity. I don't know why I'm doing this, but also kind of just why not at this point. Deal damage. That's not nearly as much as I thought it was going to be either. I was expecting, like, I don't know, a quarter at least. Okay. Okay. Cool. Is that a bota? No, that's definitely... That's so not a bota. That wasn't even cool. Okay. It's a pitchfork. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. My identification skills are perfectly normal. I have a new herald. Nothing is going wrong. We are good to go. Don't even worry about it. Hey, a Hide of Terra. With worse roid damage than the order that we have. Probably the part difference, really. Because that is a perfect order we got. Alright. And turn in quest. We're almost level 60 already. I am using a mod that buffs XP gains. I really wish that we could get a tankier Sham, but I know that it's not going to have a high capacity for a while. Probably not even until we hit level 80 plus. So just kind of a thing we're going to have to deal with. Next time we will go ahead and push through Pirate DLC and then probably just do Tina DLC since it's halfway done anyway. And that's pretty much it. I'm enjoying it. We're probably going to also switch over to a Krieg tree just to see what a Krieg tree feels like if I remember to do it. Because I want the melee to work, I really do. But we'd have to abandon Zero to be able to do it, I would imagine. because we're locked into Sal. Sal is dedicated based off your primary class, and he is who I picked to run with, so we're just stuck with him. Day 5.